You are listening to the sound of my voice. You are seeing a pattern generated by my voice. This generated pattern is not created by a program of a computer. Rather, it is the raw amplified signal being fed directly into the coils of a computer monitor. This device is relatively simple to build. This device consists of two main components. The first is a computer monitor. I expect that a television could also be substituted for this purpose. The second is a stereo amplifier. Both of these are common items. They have not been changed in any way. Well, almost any way. This specific stereo amplifier is also equipped with a microphone jack, which allows me to see the sound of my voice. The interference pattern is generated in the monitor. The pattern that you were previously watching was created using FM radio. This is the back of the computer monitor. The leads from the coils have been let out through the back where the cable would ordinarily connect to the computer. These have been soldered onto some standard RCA jacks, which then go to the stereo amplifier into the ordinary inputs. This is another standard computer monitor sitting face down. These are the normal inputs for the monitor. You can see here the power input, and here is the cord that leads to a standard computer jack. Always use care when working with equipment like this. High voltages may be present. Of course, there is no power connected to this. I needed to remove about 6 screws at various points in the back. And then the back of the monitor, this large plastic shell, simply lifts off. That having been accomplished, I'm confronted with this. In my device, I removed this cord, which attaches to the standard computer junction, in order to feed the wires out that I needed to solder onto the RCA jacks. I determined which wires to use by looking for the coils which deflect the electron beam of the tube. You can see a large coil here, one here, as well as a longer flat coil here. The wires from these coils lead into this small box, which is located on the top of the monitor. I then establish where the wires run out of this box. They are here on the opposite side. There's not a lot of light here, but they're easy enough to trace. You go down here, wind through this loop, and then plug into the board here. This is a small, easily removed plug. Usually just pulls straight off. This is very similar to the other monitor that I altered. I simply removed this, cut these wires, and then ran those wires, which were long enough, out this hole in the back, and then reassembled the monitor. As you can see, there are 4 wires here. In the lissajou generator that I have created, I've only used 3 of these wires, and which place they attach to which part of the RCA cable was decided purely by experimentation. To decide on a choice that would create a pattern that was more interesting. In addition, the various knobs on the stereo will create adjustments in the pattern. This is left as an exercise to the viewer who may be constructing this.